because I've got SPWBK who's still here eating. Why hasn't that gone off? Why is that not gone off? Hey, alert box, please end. Oh, man. There we go. Alert box ended. SB, I hope you're on board. I hope you can hear me. Wait. Let's go. When everyone chats inside. So we are jumping on board. Let me just click that off because that's freaking me out. With Finx, the man who's going to punish esports after our first vendetta just fell apart. We might want to start a league, which was a bit weird. But yeah, we're already seeing some time to punish in the kills starting on easily the more aggressive of hills, because obviously you want to get that flip so that you can go with P2. We are expecting BB Dons to kind of be slow out the blocks. They usually are a reasonably slow side to start, but then within 40 yards of S&D, its Mad Cookie will come to life. I absolutely guarantee it. Time to go just give us a shout in the WhatsApp, make them available. Yeah, it's just a conversation between yourself and another person about some potential things that we can do together. So Punish jumped on with CM. He's 4-1. He's absolutely frying at the minute. It's Mad Cookie on an uncharacteristically and we do see Pyxlz get off the ball. Pyxlz, I should say, or I'm just going to call him Pyxlz from now on. He's in 1 and 2, so we are seeing everyone 37 and 6 though, a lot of time. Punish managed to push through and then take Kitchen from the front, which is insane. They haven't even got back control because we can see the guys from already getting jungle control. They just never really lost it. So 53 and 6 is looking to be a little bit of a slap right now for BB Dons, which is bizarre. CM on 7-1 makes it too easy to follow him though. Finx on a 7 and 3 does fall, so the case of Pablo continues. Sankaa 3 and 5. We're going to stay on as he pushes round to try and get those picks with his little Milano. I like the kick for sportsman. I know. Finx is he definitely changes up more than I don't know, something that changes quite regularly. More than a hooker's nick. Yeah. I see you went for weather and I just went for the 18 plus sexual content, so apologies. It is rated 18 plus this side though, so it is rated. Yeah, it just seems to be after all of this. He's just going wild at the minute. We seen anyone on the struggle bus early doors? Probably Sankaa is the closest thing to struggle bus territory at 4 and 7. 2 and 4. That's a
look at Keefe. Have a look at Keefe over there. He's stepping
2 and 7. 2 and 7 seconds. I mean, are you on the struggle bus technically a team with 50 points up though? I mean, them 4 kills may have been enormous transitional kills.
Well, no, I mean, I think it means a lot though when you're on the struggle bus and your team's doing so well.
Limited. Oh, Cerberus already done it. Hey, Tensei, Pablo, love the new rebrand. Thank you very much, mate. There's a lot of new things to look forward to. Keefe is the GOAT. He did. As soon as we went on and we got 2 kills, and they were big kills. Kills pushing onto the hill. So this should be. He just wasn't going to look, and then the shots got fired, and he was like, "Ah, there's someone there." SP, are you finished your chips yet, mate?
Oh, I am, yeah.
Oh, okay, we're going to jump over to SP. He's going to be co-casting insight and analysis from the main man himself. How are you doing, my man? How are you today?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm just, actually, I'm sipping on a just loving life over here. Watching, I mean, some pretty mediocre rotations coming through. Boys. Actually, StunnR gets a big kill there. But really now, what these BB Downs guys need to start doing, they need to start rotating just that. We're seeing a lot of we've seen it actually. They were rotating towards garage. They were trying to get the perfect set, but it seemed like it was just one guy. They didn't get the right. They didn't get the perfect set. I'm talking shite now. right. Composure. Here we go. The BBD,
that's a great start. That SB with composure. Composes himself.
Oh,
and then
fucking.
What's a Scotch milkshake? Got your tongue tied, mate? Is it that tasty?
Oh, it's fucking class.
Get that lard into the veins. Get that lard right into the veins. Don't even. It's 130 to 56. We'll let SP just get himself composed, and it's practically a 100-point game at now. Punish Esports are definitely laying out the pain to BB. It's starting to warm up a little bit. We're going to jump on board and see if slow starts now, 10 and 10, definitely one of the stories of the game. We're going to see how these guys do just stack up right now. We can see it's going to be a massive push from front. Pyxlz as well, all the wrong way round from my mouth. But yeah, 11 and 6 right now. It's a 100-point game, SP, and I just can't see them coming back on this right now.
You have to break P5. P5 is one of the easiest ones to break. If you're not breaking P5, there's something wrong with the team. And I don't think we even seen BB Dons get a second on P5. There's a big issue there. Maybe Raid's not their map. Maybe if they could stay away from Raid for future purposes. Breaking P5 to happen. Just even 5 seconds, just so it's just broken just a tiny bit. But we see Punish get nearly the full 60. It was contested there for one stage, but nearly get the full 60, and yet they still have time to rotate and get a hold of P1. I think BB Dons are kind of just getting, I think they're getting drawn to the fights. Their rotations just aren't there. I mean, it's just...
Well, I mean, SP, 100-point game. BB Dons have just got a full 60 on that P1 second rotation. I just want to give a big shout out to Lewis Wood. The second time, I missed you earlier on, mate. In the chat, apologies. It's great to have you in the chat, my man. Punish Esports just let themselves go over the last few maps. And again, I did say, BB Dons are a legendarily slow team to start, so they have come good. It's a 50-point game, SP, right now, with the guys all double digits. It looks like Cookie's shot on point. He's holding down money as we speak. In the kill right now, CTM fall, and again it looks like it's going to be another massive hold from BB Dons. Always warn people who are going up against them, like, these guys start slow, but do not underestimate them. Don't think you're going to be getting away with the three-quarter stage. Hard point, for the rest of the maps and how they're going to go forward from now on. Like, this is going to set the tone totally for the next 2 games. And I think if BB Dons are able to overturn a 100-point lead, their tails are going to be up, and they're going to be frying going into S&D and into Control, which are all checkmates. SP, mate, I hope you've got your checkmate hat on this afternoon, because we have got 3 checkmates in a row. Just in case you love checkmates, you're going to love this game. We've got a checkmate to S&D, a checkmate Control, and it goes that far, another checkmate hard point. I mean, you must have cast the Dons before and see these guys are just terrible for just starting really slow and building back up and getting the pace up towards the end of the game. You must have played against them yourself, actually, mate.
Actually, this is my first time playing the Dons or the Punish boys. I have not cast them, believe it or not. I thought actually for a second Deubers was AFK. He's holding down the spot. No, but for sure, this is my first time casting both of these teams. I don't really get my fingers in many pies when it comes to casting.
Plenty of butterscotch milkshakes though, mate, by the sounds.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, we're still with Deubers, and it's Matt Cookie at the back of jungle, holding on for dear life to basketball. They've got a lot of information, so they're going to have an idea. It looks like it's going to be quite a heavy push towards that front. These guys from BB Dons can keep the tails up and get some kills, and it does look like it's a great defense from BB Dons right there, forcing them out, so they've got another opportunity to get at least another 50 seconds on the hill. I think it's too late in the day for the Punish Esports. Rotating, grabbing 25 seconds. Really important kill there from Sankaa on CM. That pretty much just kept BB Dons in the game. These guys only, so they're already pushing to try and get that time over, and I think they're going to get that little bit of scrap time, those 10 seconds. But we can already see the guys from BB Dons looking to get set up for that mid-map control. The guys look like they've been pushed out a little bit. Yeah, indeed, Cookie and Deubers. Big shots going across the CM from Black Arts all the way through the kitchen. It's crazy. Guys, again, back on the hill. Only 10 seconds needed. Is it enough? I don't know. The challenge is going. That's a massive fight right there for Pyxlz on Deubers, and probably the defining game right there. Huge plays from Pyxlz on a 5-speed to win that game out just about. Absolute work. Tell Finx he stinks for me. Oh, he's like that poetry right there from them. I mean, I'm just not going to put anyone on the struggle bus who's been in the lead for the entire game. It feels kind of dirty, to be honest, SP. I wouldn't want to do it.
Be on the struggle bus. I mean, they should be on the struggle bus. That's all.
You just want to see the struggle bus. That's all it is. You want to see our bouncy struggle bus friend. Where is he right
I
now?
want to give out about somebody. But honestly, I can't. All these really amateur teams now are starting to adapt. Seeing the pros, some pros are using 3 ARs on such a map like this. I can imagine, yes, if they were to play their cards right, they should be using 3 ARs. That's for sure. But I mean, teams have their strats, teams have their way of playing. I mean, it's just going to come down to who can play it best.
Okay, so we go and continue in this best of 5 CCL Division 2 Fire game between Punish Esports and BB Dons. Right now, it is 1-0 to Punish Esports. Thank you for the follow so far, bro. Flashbang, it's 1-0 to Punish Esports as we go into this Checkmate S&D. Guys, if BB Dons take this, we're going to see an awful lot of Checkmate. We do jump on board with StunnR as the guys do look to get set up. It's a very static kind of generic hold there from BB Dons, and we can see there's going to be a lot of action going down on that plane side. It's a really good kill. 2 fall for Punish Esports, so the advantage in BB Dons' hand. Deubers in a kind of no man's position right there against Sankaa. Probably just wants to stay and just watch for that. Really get some information. No, unfortunately, doesn't get any information on Finx right there. Finx last alive. Ayo, thought he was going to get that, I'll be honest. SP did think he was going to get that. But it tagged up in the end, and a great defense from BB Dons right there. Who really kind of That's a big pick from StunnR right there.
Yeah, a huge round there from the boys over at BB Dons. My main issue with that round there was, for some reason, the Punish boys did not send 2 guys to plane to even try to get a trade.
Yeah, I think they sent 2 to wing, didn't they? So they sent 1 through middle plane and 2 to wing, looking to get anyone who was pushing through. But I mean, I don't think you don't really get players or teams like be too aggro in defense. Do you know what I mean? It's a pretty standard setup.
Yeah, I know, I get that for sure. But the Punish boys, their bomb player was heading towards B. He needed someone there to trade from there.
Oh, we can see the wall bangs going out. In the plane trying to get the wall bangs, but not tagging anyone up. And there he is, just lying down. We're going to jump on board with Cookie as StunnR. Kenny does get dropped, so it is StunnR on bomb. Does get felled right there by Finx. So Finx again with the first blood, doing really well on these first bloods at the minute, and it's a 3v4 in this best of 5. Presently 1-0 to Punish Esports, and a lot of work to do again. Hold from the guys from Punish, and they well deserved that game. So it's 1-1 in this game 2 best of 5. Again, the defense proven positive. A match where the first team to win an attacking round is going to get a foothold in this game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, defense is everything. I mean, what did it say? It was like, I can't remember the fucking phrase. It goes something like, your best attack is your defense. Something like that.
Best form of attack is best form of defense, is attack.
Everything in S&D.
We're jumping on board with Pyxlz.
There you go. That's the one.
We are jumping on board with Pyxlz, who's 1-1 at the minute. We are seeing Finx on 5-1, and we are seeing Deubers about to approach struggle bus territory right now. No one's going to go forward. Everyone has dropped in, so we do stay on board with Pyxlz as he's looking to get those picks. A really unusual approach to this. He's going to get tagged up by that bomb, that grenade. He took a really odd route to get to the same place you would get from the back plane. He kind of climbed wing, the back end of wing. It was so weird. Very interesting, and kind of leaving himself exposed to a large proportion. It is 42 indeed. It is CM last alive as we speak. 0-1, probably the weakest player in the S&D at the moment. And as I say, he gets a massive pick and then gets tagged up. BB Dons with the win. Eventually the patience paying off for that team. BB Dons being very in that that mid. I've put Nightbots instead of Nightbot. I noticed that you can put the scores in Nightbot, right? So I'm going to try and set it up. It's not going to work right now, I guess. I'm pretty certain it's not going to work right now, but you know, I don't know how to do it. If someone wants to tell me how to do it at some other point, I will go with that. We're on board with StunnR. This is going to be the last time we jump on board with Bomb Carrier again. This looks like a very aggressive push. Trade. So again, they do drop 2 players. So that very aggressive push through mid plane does look like it's paid off. Deubers already at the back of plane, I believe. So they've got that bomb site control. It's Finx and CM with it all to do, and we can see Finx here just on a really large rotate. Again, just looking to see if there is a player back plane. What information he does have is going to be interesting. He's definitely not going to know where Mad Cook is. Indeed, he does jump up and get absolutely fried. Get that prediction going. Everyone vote who you think will win. Yeah, please take note. Limited to pop the prediction right up there. So drop that in. Everyone keep Dons right there, man. Ooh, no Punish Esports. 7,000 points put on Punish Esports. Big fans in the chat right there. Crazy fans.
God. Please, my money will be on Punish Esports. I cannot withstand 3 checkmates.
I can't. I was saying before they actually got into the lobby. I didn't want to say it while the BB Dons were here, but I was like, whoever gets that first round, no caster deserves 3 checkmates in a row. I mean, are they doing vetoes? Who's not vetoing that many checkmates? It's wild. Well, great plays by Keefe. They're playing his life, getting the information so he knows they've got bomb site control. 2 players to do for BB Dons, and a lot of work to do for Cookie and StunnR right there. I've not really seen anyone approach Struggle Bus territory, all of Punish Esports maybe, with the exception of Finx, who do seem to be carrying, but he's not carrying the bomb, so it makes no difference. Gets tagged up there. That was nearly a 2-piece. Punish Esports with a very fortunate win there to bring this back to 3-2. Makawa first map was won by Punish Esports. It was a game that looked to get away from BB Dons at one point, but it was a 1 point 100 point game in favour of Punish Esports. BB Dons brought it back. No, he's here. And then the guys from Punish Esports it was really down to Pyxlz in the end, just closing out. So we're going to jump on board with Finx, who's presently 9-4. Again, he seems to be having a lot of impact on the game, but I think he's getting a lot of kills towards the end of the match, and it's just at a point where he's a lot of the time he's in 1v2 and 1v3 situations, so it's not as much impact as say the bomb carrier or other people getting bombed down. So the likes of Pyxlz and that just getting bombed down has been massive. Keep getting kills early on to control bomb sites being helpful, but Finx just putting big numbers up, but not having the kind of impact you would expect to have for a player who's 9-4. His team is down 2-3, whereas the kills across the board for BB Dons are a lot more evenly spaced out. We don't have obviously the kills for that team. But Sankaa got bombed down as well, so Sankaa, he has the flies. Going to jump on board with him. 3v2, so again, though, we have seen this position now. It is 3v1. The 3v2, I think Punish Esports have won off the back of a 3v2, but 3v1 maybe 2v1. Great kill, though, to bring it back to a 2v1. Is he going to get the clutch, or do they have enough information to have an idea where he is? StunnR. Does StunnR know where he is? This is going to be really, really interesting to see how this plays out. BB Dons with the win. StunnR just getting that kill just at the last minute there. SP, how's your take on this game so far, man?
Just off that round, I think he had the right position. He should not have dropped out the plane. He was coming off a bit of a high. He dropped 2 above. For me personally, he needs to hold the position he had, because it was always going to happen. Always going to happen that, I think it was StunnR, was it? StunnR was going to repeat back in to see how the bomb was going. He could have got the pick then. I don't know why he got so aggressive to push out and try get a pick there when he had the power position.
Yeah, it's crazy. StunnR did have the power position in the end, and it was enough to bring them to 4-2. So that little bit of momentum Punish Esports had to start with does look like it's ebbing away slowly. and it does look like the foot is in the door for BB Dons in this S&D, but we'll see how they play. Presently Pyxlz definitely on the struggle bus right now, so we're going to pop in there while we are down. He is struggling really badly. You will notice there is no struggle bus audio. That's for Kyle, who complained so vehemently about it last time. But Pyxlz indeed 1-4 with bomb, so again this really unusual route that leaves him really exposed, and he does get taken down by Cookie right there, which is what you would expect. You know, it's a very exposed approach towards the bomb site. This is why a lot of teams just push through playing and try and get the trades. If one player is left alive, they can collect bomb, or the bomb can just get planted. So it's definitely an interesting now in a 2v3 again for the second game or third game running. 22 seconds, so not much time on the clock for Finx and co to get bomb and get it down. And it is the two better players at the minute, so we are going to see him grab bomb. He gets tagged up there by StunnR, who was back playing. Finx with it all to do. BB Dons with a very, very controlled round. Yeah, absolutely, Kenny. I would say exactly the same thing, because the last few weeks they have been doing okay towards the latter stages of best of 5 series, but the S&D stinks. But now you've seen a much more controlled, and I think it helps that they've had the same side now. Like, how many teams can say they've got the same side for the last even 6 weeks? You know, it's insane, but this has been a very, very consistent side. And I said from the start, if these guys could stay together and just keep practicing, that they could stay together. And it does look like it's working. Unfortunately, the gun skill letting StunnR down quite badly there, as Finx does get a pick. Talented killer at the best of times, just sometimes a random teammate. We are on the second map of a best of 5. It's 1-0 to punish esports. I haven't set up Nightbot yet to do the scores. I did see Scar added on last night for the Katana Cup, so I will be sorting that out probably after this game. But the Dons, yeah, just working on their S&D. Going to jump off there. How would you make of Finx there, SP? Again, 10-7, but I mean his team are down 2-5. Do you think his kills are coming at the entirely wrong part of the game?
Yeah.
Well, you've got.
Sure. I mean, I think that the Punish boys are finding most of their kills at the end of the round when their teammates have dropped. They're in 1v3, 1v4, whatever situation you describe. They're in these situations where, I mean, they have 4 people to down and nobody else to help them. They're gonna get their picks at the end of the round. I mean, getting your picks at the end of the round and taking a round win, I'd rather a round win. So, for me personally, we need to see stronger performance out of these Punish boys if they're going to see out this game. BB Dons, of course, they're on match point, as one might say. But I mean, I think Punish just need to step it up a tiny bit more, play a bit more like a team. You could say they're playing like a team, but there's just some of the plays are a bit outrageous. I mean, you couldn't agree with it as a team player myself. But yeah, look, if they can gel down, settle down, slow down the play, I think we could probably see a reverse here from Punish.
Yeah, I agree. I think if they could slow themselves down, if they could get things more involved with the game much earlier on, I think they've got a better chance of pulling this back. But as it is, I just think they're a little bit too aggressive. I mean, we can see Finx is desperately trying to push forward. He's constantly looking for an angle, and he's going to leave himself exposed. You can see Cookie realised that there is a player there. It's difficult to tell, but again, and he does get killed. So Finx there gets an early kill and gives them that advantage in body count of 4-3. And now they just need to concentrate on getting the bomb down. So Pyxlz with the kill, but bomb does fall to leave CM at 21 seconds, and it just might be too much for them to do again, and that's a shame. They did approach that with a much more resolute attitude, and it is BB Don, so we are going to see 3 rounds of checkmate, mate, right there.
Look, I think
esports take first in the league, so fingers crossed for the guys from
What
Chalk.
went wrong there? Finx obviously he got the first blood for his round. I think what went wrong there for the boys is Finx got the first pick of the round, and he just seemed to push out pushed up too far, perhaps, without maybe taking awareness.
100%.
Who said that? Who's my
Tensei,
new
you know
favorite
who said that. Tensei.
Ah, Tensei. Oh man, what a fucking beast.
Close games. Yeah, kind of like a weird match. It's like they're kind of even, but one team lets the other team run away with it fairly early doors, so it's a bit of a weird one. We have to do this and that already onto the defense. So this is what drives me mad about checkmate control, right? Checkmate control is amazing. To defend A, you essentially have to be on the hill, so you just let the other team know that you're on the hill. It's so frustrating, and it's one of the checkmate control. Finx with a big kill, but he does get dropped there. It's my cookie again. Huge. Oh, he does get absolutely destroyed by Keefe there. Great work.
Keefe just hit with a Superman punch.
Yeah, oh, that was wild. He literally jumped into him and chinned him, didn't he? I don't even think it was a shot punch. It was just to Call of Duty. It was wild. So 3-1 Finx again. This is probably where the play into Finx's hands a little bit. We're seeing Sankaa go right up with the Milano. We're just absolutely loving that. But yeah, huge kills right there. It does look like they're going to get a tick out to defense. One tick over the A already for the guys from Punish. But again, I do think this is going to be a game of defense. It's just whether anyone can pick up Cookie in the back there. Can they? Huge kill from CM, massively needed to get that, but it's left the possibility for the other 3 Dons to get set up in a pretty strong defense. And you can see Sankaa now on a 5 spree, 6-2 right there. Keefe is on the struggle bus, so a player who was doing so well previously now just massively on the struggle bus at 1-5. We're going to jump over and see if we can help him out in any way. Get a few goals. 15 seconds to go. Oh, it's not looking good at all. And we do see the DC Dons do another great hold right here. And I do think this is going to be another on the map, on the board, somewhere, anywhere is going to get this game. To see Keefe with one of the worst grenades we're likely to ever see, possibly just because there was a few seconds left on the clock. BB Dons with an easy win there, SP.
Yeah, for sure. We've seen the Dons. You could see them every time they were getting the pick. They were pushing up. So much that they were holding the Punish boys up in their spawn. I mean, that's I think why Keefe couldn't get off the starting line, because he was being held in the spawn. He didn't get a chance to breathe. And I mean, that's what BB Dons need to do if they want to see this out. They don't want to give the Punish boys a chance to breathe.
That's it. Asphyxiation as the best form of attack from SP there. For any of you ladies out there, probably want to steer clear right there. Sorry, SP, I'm only messing up. But yeah, 5 and 6. He's quite right for the BB Dons in order to get a foothold in this. They're probably going to have to just try and like stack a hill and just hope for the best, because I can't see past the although we do see Cookie full ball up on 5 and 4. Oh, he's absolutely destroyed by a grenade from Keefe. Still not quite off the struggle bus. I think he needs one more kill to get off the struggle bus. We're going to stay on board with him and see how he gets on. Kicks over to A, so he holds himself. Oh, he's just destroyed top playing right there by CM. 7 and 7, not by his teammate. I think it was Deubers he dies. I've got the curse SP again. I'm just getting players killed. We're on board with the pick. He does get that. Unfortunately, he does react so slowly. The Finx is able to take him down. Uncharacteristic negative there. Finx 6 and 8. Yeah, absolutely, definitely struggling to keep up, and he's solidified his place. If anything, on the struggle bus, he's 9 right now. SP, if you're Keefe at this point and you're just playing really badly, you know, what are you doing to change things up? Are you thinking about maybe?
Controller. That's what I'm doing.
Don't say taking the cord and wrapping it round the beam. And no, honestly, 8 and 10. These 3 and 10.
For sure. Like, I know. I think I'd deserve it. I don't want to be throwing lives away from my team. So yeah. Like my time with everything I'm doing, I don't want to be dropping my lives, giving away, giving my team the chance of somehow recuperating and getting back into this game. Yeah, I definitely take a step back. let all the boys do all the work, because look, there he goes again. He's dropped 12 lives in this game, and he's only put four of them down. I mean, look, listen, just slow it down. Stop getting into positions. What is he? He's running an
I think he's running a Krieg.
AR. What? Like, I mean, what's he doing with these close? He's trying to get in plane. He's trying to be like close. Just slow it down. Keep your space. Keep your distance. Get the picks when you need to. Don't forward. Get the picks. All you're gonna do is drop. All you're gonna do is drop. Just slow it down. Get your picks and back out. Don't find yourself in a position like you just found yourself. Don't find yourself in a position like you just found yourself.
Quite correct. 5 and 13. He is running the tighter portions of the map with an AR, and he's being punished for it. It's now over at B. We can see the guys from BB Don starting to get a big foothold in this. If they are able to take this, I just can't see beyond them taking it. Huge play right there from Deubers. Did think he was going to miss that totally, but we can see he's 15 and 11. Struggle bus still alive for Keefe as he's 6 and 4, but Finx not far behind, 8 and 12. So again, the ratio there just not in favour. It is 6 lives to 1. BB Dons to take that 2-0. Thank you for the follow, Raise. Map count, mate. Honestly, I need to set up Nightbot. I do understand. It's a 1-all. Punish took the hard point, 250 to kind of 201 or something, and the S&D favour of BB Dons. Didn't look like they were going to come back Punish, but just very, very unorganised S&D performance towards the end. And as you can see, this is turning into something of a slap in the control. So I mean, BB Don's able to break that defensive kind of like stranglehold on the game, to quote SP, but they took it to 2-0, and now they just need one big defense, and they're going to take this 3-0, and what can be described as a flawless performance in control. They're left with 6 in the previous game, so yeah, just it's Magazine slaying ability, just proven the better for. And this is a much more rounded team performance than we've seen previously from the Dons, who you know, we did struggle on S&D, didn't have many strategies. I'm guessing they probably got together as a group of very good players. You can see already they're looking for that support. That StunnR does get absolutely destroyed. I was just about to... Go on, SP. What are you saying?
There, Pablo. Like you're seeing the BB Dons boys. They're playing control like it's supposed to be played. They're getting their picks. They're pushing up closer and closer to finish the spawn. I mean, but it's just I don't think they're just not winning their gun. Their 1v1s. They just don't have the gunny right now at the moment. But this is how you're supposed to play control. You're supposed to get your picks. You're supposed to push up the second you get a pick. Just watch it. Watch Deubers here now. He's gonna push up the A lane. That's gonna force the Punish boys to be spawned over and B. This is what they want. This is what they want, because now it's gonna be easier. It's gonna be more open for the boys of BB Dons to start getting picks. But Pablo, I'm gonna put back over there to you. So that's my bit of insight there.
Alright, thank you very much, SP, with the insight and analysis from a regular competitive player himself. Sharpie, the map counts presently 1-all between Punish and BB Dons. Punish came out the blocks on a hard point and nearly lost it. They went points beyond to nearly losing it. But it does look like they've warmed up and they took control and S&D quite easily. You can see it's 2-0 with 14 lives to 17. So BB Dons with a 3 life advantage going to this. All their players playing positive. And it does look like we see Punish esports have come back, but we are seeing their present. We're seeing 11, 20, 10 and 19. These kind of scores are not really helping the cause at all. They have got A. They have completely done A, so they're left with this beast. They got 53 seconds, and it is now though a 6 life game, 15 to 19, 14 to 8. As I say, that is 2 players fall, and it is slowly but surely ebbing away. The guys from BB Dons had control of this game throughout, because it's kind of become apparent that the guys from Punish are indeed just having a really difficult time. You can see the guys from Look at Cookie just choosing his shots, getting that information over. Such a disciplined performance from the really disciplined plays. Cookie does fall, see, get tagged up right there, and it is 1 life to 9, 13 seconds. And I do believe BB Dons should realistically be able to team this game out. I don't think Finx has got it in him to get it. To get 7 lives. He does get tagged up there in what can only be described as a flawless performance from the guys in from BB Dons. Just awesome play. Take that 5-2-1 for me, A-line and playing control. BB Dons just too much for them, and flawless play from the guys in BB Dons, control and just all round.
What's going on my screen right now? Boys, over at Punish, they need to rotate. They need to be, if they don't have the perfect spawns, let me just have a look real quick. Yeah, they don't have the spawns they need. They need somebody rotating straight away. Leave somebody there to contest. The rest got to rotate. We can see that CM, I think, is going for a rotate. No, he's stopped for a cup of tea along the way.
Does look like we got in a little bit late.
No, he's not even going to go
way.
for a rotate. What's he doing?
Yeah, we jumped in a little bit. Okay, it's already 10-0 in the time to BB Dons. We can see them on the hill, but we can see someone, probably Finx, trying to push down the back end of playing to get picks, but I do believe it is going to be Sankaa right there, already 4-0. Absolutely going off, just playing so well. 24 seconds, so we've got that much time uncontested. Testament to the BB Dons kind of new approach to playing. There's so much more than previously, where they played very similar to Punish Esports, very aggressive, not a lot of as much. This is a different BB Don side than I've seen play before. So yeah, just going really well. They've already kind of got the spawn set up for P2, so they know where the players are. I guess even if Pyxlz gets that pick, it's going to be on the struggle bus to try and get through. And again, we do see Sankaa get that pick, but again, this is nice work from Punish. Actually, they broke that in good time. 20 seconds, left themselves with 40 seconds. Yeah, I wouldn't stress too much, Sharpie, and thank you for the follow raise as well, mate. I wasn't ignoring you. Very slow team to start, so they normally do go down quite some way at the very first game, but after that they usually come piling back when Cookie warms up and Deubers warms up, and we can see already Sankaa is 5-4, so we can see these players already playing really well. But Punish, let's give it to them. They rotated, as SP pointed out, they needed to get control early doors and get that score. Now on a 5 with the one of the most interesting characters in the Call of Duty. Now he's been bouncing around more teams than a ping pong ball in a ping pong match, so I know it's a terrible match. But yeah, he has been around a few teams, and he's been called out for some toxic behaviour this week. But it is what it is, and he's 9-3, and he's doing the work of 2 for Punish Esports. Now in control, they've pretty much held complete control of P3 for the last 30 seconds, and it's a great performance from them so far. So again, they do look like a hardpoint team to contend. To be honest with you, it does look like they're mode. And I just wonder if they get this 5, whether they're going to be able to carry this through. I feel like BB Dons should be able to get back into this game, fingers crossed. They are looking really solid at the minute.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like both teams are they're fighting for a lot of scrap time. But yeah, both teams they're in this game. There's no team that's edging this at the moment. I know you could say, well, Punisher 74 and BB Dons are 56 or whatever, but these guys are neck and neck right now, if you ask me. 20 seconds in hardpoint is nothing. It is nothing. And just, you can see BB Dons are getting a good hold here. They're finding the trades. Like that's a big part of holding down a hardpoint, is finding your trades, and they're doing it right now. Keefe's just there. Like someone like Keefe off the struggle bus yet?
Yeah, I took it off so that we could put the flawless on for the guys from BB Dons, but he's back on the struggle bus right now, guys. Honestly, he's driving the struggle bus. Second game in a row where he's just really had an awful time out the blocks, and Respawn just definitely not proven to be his preferred game mode at the minute. Don't know whether he's got issues. He's on it. I don't understand, you know, when previously he was on the AR, now he's on the SMG, and he's not going into those tight areas. He's running around the more exposed areas of the map with his SMG and looking for long range kills. So there we go. He does spawn onto the back of that P5 hill, and that allows him to get a fairly easy push. And now he is playing that objective, so sensible plays. Hopefully Finx definitely having a more impact. 12, 13 and 8 right now. Definitely a better game. Great shots from Finx there, and this definitely a better game mode for them. So yeah, we're just 120 to 76, so we're kind of like a 45-point game, but as SP's pointed out, that is no time at all. And indeed, we did see the guys from BB Dons bring back 100 points and bring it back to a 30 or 40-point game in that raid hardpoint challenge. It's definitely a different proposition though. It's just much more difficult. There's a lot more acreage to try and cover. It's a lot more open for ARs, so it's a completely different map psychologically speaking. 59 for Pyxlz, CM 14 and 11. We are seeing Keefe still on the struggle bus as he's still going for double positive. Cookie's slow in this game though. 8 and 11. This is definitely not like him with the AR. They get stuck on some graphics, and this is now a completely different BB Dons from the start of this hardpoint, and I expect them to now get that scrap time or at least the next 10 seconds of it and be set up with a solid hold for P2 on the second rotation to kill that trophy. Very deliberate shot. I definitely aware, no, he is know he's getting shots, so it is going to be those rotations go the way of Punish Esports. Again, BB Dons just not able to hold that P2. It's wild. I don't understand. It's crazy. Just again, they're just not able to just take control of that yellow container. It's really unusual. Normally, hardpoints being BB Dons game mode of choice, but I think the amount of time they've probably played S&D has just made it so that they're lacking a bit of sharpness in hardpoint, and now they say that they jump on with a good 30 seconds from Punish Esports out, and we can see Deubers right there. He does get tagged up in that window. Great grenade right there, so you see that player pushed out, and they're probably going to take the majority of this time, which is going to bring them to about even, probably about 10 seconds. We're seeing StunnR on huge pills from Cookie. Pills, he's gone 13 to 13. Cookie's warmed up. He does get killed by Keefe, which is a massive shot, but Keefe is still on the struggle bus. He's double neg right now, and 11 and 14 to Deubers, and we're about to see this huge fight in probably one of the most this very open P3 on the second rotation. There's lots of exit and entry points. I mean, you've been playing this for a while. Is there any way that you could control this P3? What is your strategy yourself going into this SP?
I think Punish has opted for the one guy on P3. But yeah, no. You're looking at about 6 entry points to P3. You're looking at about 6 entry points to P3. It's very hard to hold. It's much like your P5 on raid. So yeah, to get the perfect set, you need at least two guys on time. And just 2 on the outer side of the wings to get a good goal. It doesn't matter now. That P is gone. We're now onto P4. I mean, it's absolute slugfest. We're going to see a streak come in now. Absolute mayhem. They're holding on. They're holding on.
It is indeed. They have done everything they can to try and claw this game back at the minute, and it's a 35-point game exactly, and they've now got some hill control. player and tag him up. Again, they struggle on this A Street hill, and it is going to be Punish who possibly holds ball 5, although we do see Cookie. So we do see those guys are starting to, they've really freaked out because of Cookie, and they're going to see the push. They do get that kill, but they've sacrificed all that time on A Street in order to get a hold on that P5 second rotation hill. So we should see a solid setup from them. Now this is going to come down to whether they can hold it. This could be a really big moment for BB Dons. They should be able to get this break. If they can, it's going to give them a solid 40 seconds, if indeed they can hold it. So interesting to see it's a surprise player. I think it's Keefe or CM is in a really unusual position. Oh, he has pushed out now. I did think he was going to get some picks there. Now we're seeing the guys from Dons. No, they're still not able to break it. So this has been a really good hold from the guys from. But yeah, again, yeah, we all know that feels 2-9. It's one a really big hold. It's going to matter. Are they going to be able to get that point? Doesn't look like they are. With my Cookie on the point, about to try and get another 20. BB Dons not throwing the towel in at all. Still looking to close it out from this point. And all the way. It's a huge pick from Cookie right there. Not sure he knows if that's another massive pick. So they do get the rest of that scrap time to bring this back again within a 50-point game. And now we're going to see this really difficult kill for them to hold. Probably one of the most straightforward kills to contest. And again, so many difficult points to try and hold as the defensive outfit. And you can see straight away pushed on the hill, and it does look like the guys from Sports are going to be able to just hold this hill. 9 seconds remaining. Control and S&D. Does look like hardpoint is their game mode, and they're going to use this. I can only say it again. CCL have got this season nailed down. We're seeing a lot more game 4s and game 5s, SP, but we're not checkpoint. We're finally we jump on board with a Moscow. That was a wild game. Punish again, just making it difficult for themselves, but definitely a hard between two of the better sides. I think we can take the struggle bus off there. Guys, we need to start thinking about MVP. Punish played really well. I mean, we're seeing CM play so well in hardpoint, but I don't know, Sankaa, Deubers, Cookie all playing really well. Cookie being MVP previously when BB Dons going, so I'm like, in interest of fairness, really intrigued. We can see this huge push to B Street. Cookie with a load of information we should see. We can see that wrap already. They've got that information. I don't know whether the guys from BB Dons are aware, but it is going to be Cookie trying to play his life. He does get tagged up, probably chose the wrong way, and he's trying to get those shots down. It was just a really good example of just having the right player in the right time, just to get that information. I'll send them a tube of Smarties. I've cancelled my Sky Sports membership. That's fair enough. Got to get that done. Punish Esports with a really big win there on Moscow Hardpoint, especially when you bear in mind just how much information was gathered at the start of the match by It's My Cookie just down. Again, I just think he probably should have held off. Just did everything in that round. So taking on board maybe that he didn't have much of an impact in that first S&D, although he got a lot of kills. They were always in them 3v1, 2v1 clutch situations where he couldn't finish it out. But again, now we're seeing Finx on a 2-0, CM on a 2-0, and it's 1-0 to BB Dons in this game 5, and it's 2-all at present. So this game we'll see which team does conquer all. We're on board with StunnR bomb carrier. We will have a look just briefly to see how the teams shape up. So again, we can see a very similar situation, but you can see the difference right now is that we're seeing that Finx probably just not able to get as much information if the team from BB Dons were to push B Street. A bit of ASMR water drinking right there, that bomb going down. So Finx going to be ready to make that reaction when he gets that information, so we can see that he kind of like reacted like a dog to a funny sound, like but yeah, there he is. And I just don't know how does he know a player's going to be that far back. Very paranoid. Big picks on Cookie right there, really important kill, takes it to a 3v3 with 27 seconds left on the clock. Where these players are, no one knows. This is going to be really interesting as we see. And Finx last alive. So the Dons have played this exquisitely again. Looks like they've been working really hard on their S&D, and it's 1-1 in this game 5, and it's presently 2-2 in matches. So I'm definitely saying that wrong somehow. That should roll off the tongue. I'm just messaging the guys from Iron Gold. Right, so we are just on board, and it's 1-1, and it does look like It's My Cookie is last alive. A lot of work. It's a 1v2. It's definitely not beyond him, but let's just see. He's just going to take the most circuitous route in order to get back to where he thinks the guys are going. Yo, wait. Gas me before my match. I need it. Well, you don't need gassing, bro. You're going to do big things. Don't even worry about it. Win all your gunfights is all I can say. So yeah, please do that. That would be great. Let us know how you get on as well. Keep us up to date, because we are going to be on for the evening. We've got a game right after this. We've got the guys from RM Go versus Valiant Gaming, and then we're obviously playing some league play or something. Finx now. It's My Cookie still in this 1v2. Safi is sending race to my team. Sharpie, ever the consummate captain, getting all the information and passing it around so his team knows what to expect. Probably missed the most vital game, which was probably the raid S&D, and maybe the raid hardpoint in the first S&D. He's going to get unlucky here. I do think he is. Oh, he does get the shot point. He's going to get it. Oh, he was so unlucky. For the sake of turning around in just once, he misses that player low wall. He then comes back to punish him. So unfortunate. Cookie already tried to regain. Not sure the time was on his side though. But yeah, so it's 2-1 to Punish Esports. Just a definitely different performance from that round 2, that game 2 checkmate S&D. Finx 5-2. Anyone on the struggle bus presently? No, I don't. Oh shit! Keefe's not just on the struggle bus. He's on a donut right now. That's a bit of a worry. He's not just on the struggle bus, but he is as we speak. Unfortunate for Keefe, 0-4. We're going to stay the donut right there until he gets off. And 4-1 to CM though, with Deubers with bomb right there. Keefe got to get off that, man. That's a big struggle. That's beyond the struggle bus, let's be perfectly honest. Deubers 2-3. It's My Cookie. So a lot of work from the guys to do. It's a 2v2. Still looking for that pick to get bombed down. Deubers waiting for the flank. Not sure he's going to be. I mean, the guys from Punish Esports do look like they are sitting tight to wait for that bomb to go down, which is. Oh, he's last alive, so it does look like Cookie just maybe pushing too hard. Probably should have just looked for picks while they tried to get bombed down. And now 30 seconds left on the clock, and do huge kill. I'm still not sure why CM decided to make that push like on his own without deciding to trade. Again, I think this is a product of Punish's play. It's just really unusual that they do tend to be hyper aggressive. So now we're going to see CM, probably the best player on Punish Esports right now. He's going to have that information, so we can see Deubers is going to back up. He knows where that player is, and we're going to see this from Deubers' perspective. He just has to sit tight. CM has got a lot of work to do. He's made it to low wall though. I don't know if Deubers has got that information. He's not going to know where that player is, and this has become a game of cat and mouse. Huge play by Deubers there to take that to 2-2. Absolute monster plays. Bided his time, had the information, played that to perfection, and timing was everything. It's slow on the reaction, but he gets the kill, and that's all that matters, and brings this game to 2-2. It might be 3-2 actually. No, 2-2. There we go. I'm forgetting the games I'm even watching. But yeah, absolute work right done. 0-4, man. We are seeing Keefe is on a donut right now. Let's just see if we can get him off that donut. Presently having a really bad game, and again I think a lot of this comes down to the fact that they're just not trading effectively, and they're going to look for the push that they made that was so effective in that first game. And I just think it took the guys from BB Dons by surprise. It was such a heavy stack towards that B-bomb site, so this should be interesting to see how this plays out. I've definitely got to ban myself from saying that line. This should be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm gonna lose my mind. This is a very, very stuttering push towards that B-bomb site, but it does look like they're in two minds about what to do now that Pyxlz has been tagged up. We see Finx has got bombs, so he's already looking for that wrap, and it's a one life advantage towards the BB Dons. We jump on board with Deubers. There, he plays his life really well, gets that pick. I think he's going to know someone else is there because he was tagged up after that. Good shit by Deubers, yeah. Deubers playing really, really well there. Just gets the pick and gets out of town, which is probably the best thing he could do. And I think he knows that player was there, so he knows there's going to be a player kind of back gold or, you know, rocking towards a bomb site. CM at last alive, so you're now again seeing this really measured performance from the guys for BB Dons, and again they just get the win, and a really good all-round team performance. So for teams who are struggling, S&D definitely that controlled, much steadier, constantly being together for trades, getting information and getting off the hill, not necessarily taking the picks, which we did see in hardpoint a lot of the times. The guys from BB Dons would just struggle a lot. Keefe MVP, yeah. No, sadly Keefe is on the donut right there. That's why we've got the donut rocking. It's an extra one from the struggle bus. He's beyond the struggle bus. He's on a donut, and unfortunately he's close to being James Bond. Unfortunately, Bond theme music somewhere, but I'll get the stream muted if I do that. But yeah, Sankaa with the first blood, and we see him 4-3. We still see. God, the absolutely awful plays from Keefe, and he is a right now. Fitz just really, really struggling right there. Punish, so split. Finx back alley. So this was the problem with the performance in the previous S&D again, with the problem being that Finx is hyper aggressive after the fact. So in a 1v1 and Punish do get that win, but yeah, Finx is very aggressive after the fact. So a lot of the time it's coming down to him in a 1v2 or 1v3. He gets a couple of picks, but then gets tagged. Are you back with us, SP? Hello? Could have sworn I heard SP then. Very interactive at the start of the game. I think he's had two first bloods. So can you hear me?
W.
SP?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like shouting you and you're making like random noises. I'm like, SP, you there, bro? It's 3-all at the minute, mate. We're seeing Finx with 10-4, and it's a very close game in this game 5. The guys from RM Gold and indeed from Valiant Gaming.
I'm alright. Right, yeah, we're going game chat, yeah.
Oh, all right. We're gonna mute SP right there. Absolutely just back out of the chat. We are just jumping out of that. Let me just check my messages very quickly. Oh, Fierce Taylor not responding. Is it okay? So yeah, we're just at it's 4-3 presently to the BB Dons. Apologies, just having to shut he's going into a game himself. James Bond. I didn't even see the score, so we are still on the donut. So hopefully, hopefully he's going to get off this round. We don't want to see a James Bond performance, but BB Dons winning that does look like it is. 0-7. I've got the James Bond music somewhere. There was Kaka Cod who actually said in the 1v1. So yeah, 0-7. We're going to jump on board with the secret agent himself with the license not to kill. I'm gonna have to make that a thing, aren't I? License not to kill. I'm done now. That is definitely getting noted. He is definitely getting noted. He's gone full Bond. He's on the donut. 0-7 with it all to do. No contributions in this game whatsoever. Just being bodied completely. And I'm sure he's definitely upset with his performance, and rightly so. Just being really difficult with him. Pyxlz not much better, 2-7. It's not been great for him. CM and Finx definitely carry him, but I don't think when ready. You've messaged me. Oh, super, that's great stuff. As I say, we're just going to be getting this game done and dusted, and then we'll jump on board. We're jumping on board with well, I'll join up first once he's ready, with the guys from RM Gold and Valiant Gaming. We will make sure you guys are up to date with that score, those maps as well. We've got all the information here already. Can we see Keefe come off this 0-7 now? He's playing a lot more cautiously, probably a lot much smarter. Very worried about the fact that he's been pulled. He's not checking his corners though, so again, this is a big problem. He's in a 2v3 situation now, so if he just holds, more sensible if he just holds a position. There we go. Is he hold it? So he's probably not got that information. He's off the donut. He's off his donut. So we can get shut of that and just put him on the struggle bus. Punish Esports with a big win, and it's entirely down to when Keefe contributes to the game. They've brought it back to 4-all, and deservedly so. He gets best play of the match. So not only coming off that big donut, but also doing excellent work in the interim. So great plays for Keefe right there and his team. At the end of the day, doesn't matter if he goes 1-10. If they get the win, they get the win, and that was a massive kill there for Keefe. So we finally can leave him, but he is still on the struggle bus. It's 4-all to both teams presently, and it's 2-all. We couldn't be more even if this game. It's just wild, guys. Anyone expecting the RM Gold Valiant? It is going to be coming up after this match. This has gone all the way so far. We've been casting for an hour and a half. The guys haven't really had a break between games as well. So CCL getting these matches so right. We're going to see a very aggressive game that's probably going to play into the hands of BB Dons as they get really well set up. Again, this really strong B push that we go for. He's on the hill now. He's still looking for that control. He's got that information. Does need to get bombed down. First opportunity. It's now a 2v4. Does get tagged up there down at B Street, so the player's going to have that information. StunnR going to know where that player is, and it is indeed StunnR who gets CM. Pyxlz last alive in a 1v3 with 35 seconds on the clock. BB Dons looking very strong for this. I think it's a lot to ask in 30 seconds in a 1v3. BB Dons do indeed take this to 5-4, and again another really big defensive round on the clock right there. Will BB Dons get this next round? Can BB Dons get this and tie this series up, or are we going to see a round 11? Afraid I just don't have time to do the predictions in chat, but we will see. Going to stay on board with a guy playing the most crazy games. Finx right now, 13-6, double positive. It's just wild plays all round. Him and CM definitely holding the fort for the guys from Punish Esports. Definitely need to look at improving some of their control play, but other than that, being a solid hard point team. That's a big pick again. Strong defensive play for Punish, and we do see Finx got all that information now, so he is going to be able to push over towards that B-bomb site. Sankaa with bomb, and it's a 3v3, so you'll see Finx playing a little bit more cautiously, and we just sit with him a little bit while you see if they can get picked. It does look like the guys have just decided to wrap. Yeah, completely. This is a weird moment. Keefe just sat in cutout, just waiting. Probably not aware of the fact that those guys pushed through Eskies. So again, he's going to have a lot of information. Keefe pushing up. He gets a 2-piece to take it to around 11. Keefe with a massive kill right there. Hopefully that'll be play of the game. Otherwise, I will eat my hat right there. A massive play right there with the guy holds bomb. Just absolute work done right there. I'm gonna have to watch that again. Huge plays right there as he pushes out and gets that pick. Unfortunately, he does die. We see him get that pick there and get that pick on the bomb planter. Huge play. So yeah, hopefully the transitions just woke everyone up. It's 5-all, and who do we go with? We're going to go with Keefe, the man of the hour, 3-8. He was on the donor for so long, and now all of a sudden he's like the player with the 2 best plays in the round. He's pushing out. He's an animal. Keefe's about to become an absolute animal. Huge plays. He gets tagged up there. 3v2, and they've put it right in the power position. But unfortunately, we do see Finx get tagged up again. So Pyxlz and CM left in this really awkward situation. Is he going to be able to stay? That's a huge kill from Pyxlz to make it a 2v2 StunnR, and it's Mad Cookie now with it all to do. A huge kill from Cookie, and now it's a 1v1 as we see CM and StunnR once again face to face to decide. Is it the deciding game? Phantoms, thank you for the follow, brother. Nice to see you on board. Wild play. We are going to see a very, very, very static play from StunnR right now. Waiting for that information. CM has got bomb. Does he know where that player's gone though? This is going to be so interesting. Punish Esports take it. Fix 5 in the game 5 in a wild round. Absolute plays. We expect